So with y'all, man, welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. It's your boy Tonk, a tech. Back in the video, if I get to a glory to God, for God's right now, God's open doors good for all you want people in the Lord's name. Pray about today's video. We're here to rap about Washington Commanders. Today, man, Commanders Mark Free Agency 2.0. In this one, we're going to talk about we miss you, bruh. Come back home, bruh. Come back home, bruh. So it's assuming that Ben Johnson's our head coach or Bobby Slowick, bro. One of those two guys. I'm assuming one of those two guys. What better run your system than an experienced quarterback who won the best passing quarterbacks in the league and can have you have a bridge to your next quarterback between now and whenever you draft him. Kirk Cousins, man, I'm not saying this is my number one option, but I think it should be something that's on the table. I'm gonna give you the contract details and everything else, and I'll give you some other guys we should pick up to kind of supplement one Kirk Cousins here in DC. It's probably like a win now model, to be honest, because Kirk is like 36-ish, 35, 36. Come off an Achilles tear. So gotta win now. So let's do this. It's only like he's the only big signing here. Everything else is gonna be small, very minuscule, very, 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 very cheap. And we'll focus on the draft. The Kirk could be the one big acquisition. Everything else will be more draft picks and things of that nature in my eyes. So the Kirk Cousins deal will go as this. 3 years, $105 million. But you have it out after 2 years. That's how I will go about it. I think it's probably the smartest way to go about it. Don't give him a super long deal, or you can give him 3 years, 4 years, 140, and out after 3. That's fine too. But I like the kind of out after 2 years, because Kirk is 35, and before you know it, he will be 37, and then it's probably over with. Or just give him a 3-year deal and draft a quarterback, and then by the time them 3 years are over, that quarterback will be ready to play. But I think truly. Giving Kirk, I know Spot Track says 39.3. I gotta go a little lower, just because of the injury. I really want to say 3 for 90, but that's a little too low. So I think 3 for 105 is fair. After that, you'll need a backup. So Sam could be your backup. You don't have to draft a backup quarterback or pick up one. Sam could be your backup quarterback. That can end that. So anything at running back, probably nothing at running back, honestly speaking. I wouldn't want to touch any of these running backs. Maybe if you really want to kind of get a little more creative with it, you could pick up a guy like Cam Akers. J.K. Dobbins is interesting. He's come off so many injuries. I'm kind of scared to touch a guy like this. But $2.1 million salary. I'll give him like a 2-year, $5 million contract. Maybe. I kind of don't want to touch it though. But a guy like Devin Singletary, I would love to what's the dang roll the tires on one Devin Singletary. Tony Pollard is also interesting. I like Tony Pollard. $6 million salary per season according to Spot Track, 6.5. 2 years, like maybe $13 million, something like that. I wouldn't mind testing that out either. He's a nice speed back that can complement a guy like Brian Robinson Jr. Brian Robinson drafted a running back, honestly. I wouldn't touch running backs. Wide receiver is another one that I'm kind of going to be more budget and just go ahead and I'll just re-sign Curtis Samuel, honestly speaking, and this will be my other big signing, would just be re-signing Curtis Samuel. Woo! At 11.5 sound a little steep. 11.5 sound a little steep. I don't know about that. Matter of fact, if I don't re-sign Curtis Samuel, I think what I would do I would pair him up with one of his old buddies in Minnesota, and I would go ahead and get two guys. I would go ahead and get Brandon Powell, another guy I like a lot. $1.6 million salary. He's 27 years of age. He had like 350 yards receiving this year. Real solid guy. I brought him up in my 1.0 model. I wouldn't mind bringing like a guy like DeAndre Carter to return punts and kicks. I think that'd be something I would do as well. It cost you $1 million. And then the last thing I would do would come to receiver. Also draft a receiver. But I would bring in Josh Reynolds. He's 6'3", about 225 pounds. Had a really solid year this year. I gotta look up his statistics real quick, but he had a really solid year this year. Um, I like what he brought to the table this year. He had a really solid year. 40 receptions for 608 yards. Not bad. It's not bad. 5 TDs as well. That's pretty good in my eyes. I think it's really solid for one Joshua Reynolds in Detroit. But yeah, I would also look up KJ Osborne. I'll take a look at him. I like what KJ Osborne's done this year. He's done up a lot more this year and does some good things. Gabe Davis to me out of our price range. If you pick up a guy like Kirk Cousins, so you kind of get a little cap strap at that point because you don't want to pick up too many players. Kind of still want to save money for the draft class. Might want to trade for a player, stuff like that. So you might trade a Jonathan Allen away because now you brought in Kirk Cousins. Um, with KJ Osborne, I think it's a free agent. I'm trying to see if I can find I saw him on this list. Okay, there we go. His market value is 7.5 million per season. So a little less than Curtis Samuel, and he has chemistry with one Kirk Cousins already. So I would like KJ Osborne. He's 26 years of age. He's not too old, and he already has chemistry with Kirk. He's played in the slot. He does some good things. So maybe if you can't get Curtis Samuel back, there's a couple options. Josh Reynolds with Brandon Powell and KJ Osborne. Not all three of them, but I just said the dude's name out. DeAndre Carter. Call me DeAndre Carter, KJ Osborne, and or Brandon Powell, DeAndre Carter, and Josh Reynolds, or you could just bring in KJ Osborne and the other two guys. You could do a combination of one of the two guys between Reynolds and Osborne, the other two guys to kind of supplement your receiver room. And also could just draft a receiver as well. Devin Duvernay is another guy I'm looking at as well, kind of as another returner. Can also give you some snaps at wide receiver if need be. He's 26 years of age. Very, very inexpensive. Probably like veteran minimum, maybe like $2 million a season, something like that. So yeah, Devin Duvernay is interesting as well. So that's another guy you want to keep a look at. Tight end, Cody Parkinson. I already talked about him. Maybe Gerald Everett if he doesn't cost too much money. He's going to cost too much money for us if we do sign a Kirk Cousins to a $35 million contract. But you can add void years to it to lower his cap number, which I think they also will do. Just because it makes more sense that way. Dalton Schultz is a guy you can sign if you want to spend some money. If you kind of want to keep it more on the cheaper side, you could sign Noah Fant. He's a nice receiving tight end. Adam Trotman wouldn't cost a lot of money, I don't think. $3 million, perfect. $3 million, that sounds perfect. Colby Parkinson's another guy I just brought up earlier. He's actually demanding some money. It's almost $6 million per. That's a nice little pretty penny. I didn't know. I didn't know that. Didn't know that. That's some money. I don't know about that. That is some money. That is some money. Offensive line. We just look at offensive line in general. It's a couple guys I think you can sign. Jason Kelsey just retired. Andrews Pete would be a nice pickup. Nice pickup. Cornelius Lucas, bringing him back would not be a bad idea. Dalton Risner will be a nice pickup. I would like to pick him up as well. Just a couple of nice pickups on offensive line. I would probably pick up Dalton Risner though, for sure. I would draft a center. I wouldn't even touch center. Edge rushers I'm good on. We need a linebacker though, so linebacker in general will be huge. You can't really get that. The big linebackers ain't gonna cost too much. You got to kind of get a little budget here. Devin Bush is a budget guy. Like Kenneth Murray shouldn't cost too much. $4.5 million per season. He's been okay in LA. He hasn't been great. He hasn't been terrible either. So yeah, 2 years, $8.5 million for Kenneth Murray. That's probably what I'm looking for. He's 20. He's just turned 25 years of age, so he's a little on the younger side. That's what I'm talking about. That's a guy I'll be looking to pick up. Jordan Brooks, another guy I don't mind picking up as well, but he's like 14 million. So that's a little too rich for my blood. Zach Cunningham's too old. I'm good. Shaq Leonard's too old. I'm good. I wouldn't mind re-signing Khalil Hudson either. Willie Gay Jr. is around at 8-9 million per season. That's seven's perfect. So Willie Gay Jr. or Kenneth Murray and Khalil Hudson, one of the combination of those three would be perfect for me. And then I want to say safety. The other expensive deal you would do is bring back Cameron Curl. To Dobby about it. That's pretty about it for mock offseason 2.0. Bring Kirk home. To me, it would be bring Kirk home, getting Josh Reynolds or KJ Osborne, and picking up Brandon Powell and then DeAndre Carter for receiver to just solidify your room. And you got Diami and all that. That's fine. I mean, you solidify your receiver room that way. I'm not having to draft players. You get the other two guys for dirt cheap. That's what I'm feeling, dirt cheap. Kenneth Murray, Willie Gay, Khalil Hudson, combination of those two to three. I would say Khalil and probably Kenneth Murray will be my picks. Khalil has been a solid backup. He's a really good special teamer. And also Kenneth Murray can start next to Jamin Davis. You have two former first rounders on your linebacking core. And I think that will help out a little bit for sure. And you can just draft another linebacker too. If you're playing a 4-3, kind of just dead all that. And if you're playing a 3-4, obviously you'll draft two edge linebackers who can go rush the quarterback. Cameron Crow, my other big signing. So everything said and done, I think Cam gets 4 for 44. I keep saying that because I don't think he's going to get more than $12 million per year. Kirk's first year salary would be $20 million. You would add 2 void years at 10.5 to lower his cap number. In my eyes, that's just how I would do it. I'll add 2 void years to it. And I would give him a much more upfront signing bonus to lower his cap number a bit. So that's how you would do that. And then after that, you have Brandon Powell for 1.5. KJ Osborne, say 3 for 21. His first year salary would probably be like $5 million per. Then you have a guy like say Brandon Powell, 2 years, $2 million, 1 year, 1.5, something like that. And then you have DeAndre Carter for 1 year, $1.5 million. That's his salary for that year. Kenneth Murray be to 3 years for 13.5. His first year will be $4.5 million. Every year will be 4.5. You don't need any void years. His contract's not a big contract. With Khalil could be 2 years, $3 million, so 1.5 per. And not all equal to about now I would add Kobe Parkinson to that list as well. Or Adam Trotman. Actually, Adam Trotman. So it'd be 3 years, $9 million. So looking, you spend about $53 million of your cap. You still got $45 million in cap space, something like that, after you cut other guys. I mean, you could just draft from there. You can move that number 2 pick. Go get a ton of depth and go ahead and get a ton of picks so you can kind of build the rest of the roster. But getting a guy like Kirk here will be huge. You're not buying a team per se. This is a lot of bargains. Like, there's a lot of bargain free agents here. And then you're getting your blue chippers for the draft. The only guy you spend your money on is 2 guys, to be honest, and those guys are Kirk, Cameron Curl, and then your guy KJ Osborne. That's it. The rest of the guys are super budget guys. You're not spending a crap ton of money, and this will help you out in the long run a lot. So this is my mock draft, my mock free agency 2.0. Comment your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe. I was a little all over the place, but my apologies. But enjoy it nonetheless. Be easy, be safe, stay healthy.